Hello, fourth grade. Today we're going to be talking about ancient Greece. And Greece is a country that is here in Europe. I have it highlighted in red. You remember that we live over here in the United States, but Greece is a country here. And we're talking about not Greece as it is now, but as it was thousands of years ago. A couple years ago in second grade, we took a look at ancient Egypt. That's way back here. In ancient Egypt, we think it started about the year 3000 BC, which is about 5,000 years ago. Last year, we talked about medieval Europe, and we looked at some pictures of kings and queens, and we painted some initials, and that's about 500 AD, which is after, so that's about 1,500 years ago, and ancient Greece is right here. A lot of the art we're taking a look at today was done around the year 400 or 500 BC, which makes it about 2,400 or 2,500 years old. And the art we're looking at is very old, but it's been really well preserved, and we can tell a lot about the ancient Greeks based on the art that they made. The art that we're going to be looking at today is their pottery. Their pottery survived really well. They were master pots. They were really good with clay, and they were really good about painting pictures on their pots that tell us about the stories that they used to tell. So this one is a black figure amphora. So the amphora refers to the shape of the pot. You can see the handles on the sides here, and they would have kept liquids in this one. And it's of Hercules. So this here I see Hercules. He has a bow and arrow in one hand. And even if it didn't say Hercules right there, I would know this was Hercules because the Greeks used a lot of different symbols in their work. And Hercules was a great hero. They loved to tell stories about him. And one of the stories, he was known to have to kill a huge man-eating lion. And so in this picture, I see that he is wearing the skin of the lion. Here's the lion's head and its paws and its tail. And that might sound kind of weird or a little gross to us, but that was a way that ancient Greeks could look at this pot and go, oh, that is a picture of Hercules. I know it's him because he's wearing the lion's skin. And on the other side of the pot, this is the front of the pot, this is the back of the pot, we see that he is fighting some warriors, and they are wearing helmets and with feathers on the top, and they have armor on, and they're carrying shields. This one might even have a little spear or a short knife there. And so Hercules is going to battle here. I also noticed that there's a lot of patterns. I see patterns here around the handles and then patterns around the top here. The Greeks use a lot of patterns. And this is a black figure amphora. The area in Greece that this pot was made had a lot of iron in the clay, and the clay would turn reddish when it was fired. And so the Greeks would use black slip, and it would turn black in the kiln. We talked about how glazes turn different colors in the kiln. Well, the Greeks knew that it would turn black, and so they had some pots that were red and they used black slip on top. And then the other way that they did it is sometimes, like on this one, they would paint the background black and then let the clay come through. This is a picture of a jug that I took a picture of in an art museum because I thought the picture was really cool. And it's of Apollo. Apollo's here. He's this guy who has a crown of ivy on, and he was the god of the sun, and he's riding a griffin. And so they had lots of stories about mythological or made-up creatures. So we see his wings and the head of the eagle and the body of the lion. And this is you can see the patterns in this one again. And so we see that here they're telling a story about one of their gods. This last one is another black figure one, and this one tells us more about what people would do in everyday life. On the top here, we have some musicians, and then we have women dancing. This is one side of the pot, and then this is the other. And then on the bottom, we have women making things, and specifically what they're making is they're making cloth. These two women are taking wool out of this pot, and they're spinning it they're spinning the wool into yarn so that they can make cloth out of it. And so here you can see them with their spindles making it. Now on the other side, here she is again. It's the same woman. It's just been turned. On this side here, you can see two women, and this is a big loom. And the loom is the way that they would weave the yarn back